Let's shift our focus to live breaking updates that we are getting to know. We are told that a car has just reached and entered the residence of Union Minister Anurag Thakur. It is believed to be Bajrang Punia. Those are the live updates that are coming in as we speak right now. Karishma is connected with us. Karishma, exclusive pictures coming in. Has the meeting, as far as Anurag Thakur's residence is concerned, is it going to happen today? We are looking at Bajrang Punia entering there.
Well, yes, absolutely. We're still awaiting confirmation if that was indeed Bajrang Punia, because we do know that was his car. Whether he was in that car or not is something we're waiting to see, because it had completely black windows. But generally, it is Bajrang Punia who drives himself. So one will have to assume that it was Bajrang Punia who has just entered Anurag Thakur's residence here. From where we've been reporting in the morning, we had said that there is going to be movement here today, and we can see that already happening with Bajrang Punia's car entering Sports Minister Anurag Thakur's residence today. Just about 5 minutes ago, Bajrang Punia's car has entered Anurag Thakur's residence. We were being told that the meeting is, of course, going to happen today between the Sports Minister and the protesting wrestlers. And the wrestlers have put forth their demands as well, which is to, of course, arrest Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, clean up wrestling in India and conduct fair trials. They had also asked for an open meeting with the Sports Minister. Whether that happens or not is something that we are waiting to see. But the breaking development at this moment is that Bajrang Punia's car has entered Anurag Thakur's residence just a few minutes ago.
Yes, Karishma, we need to also get that confirmation if that meeting is actually happening today. I mean, were the demands that have also been kept forth by the protesting wrestlers, has that also been accepted by the Union Minister and the government there? One of them being that they want an open meeting that to happen. A lot of movement that happening. Over to you, Karishma.
We have breaking development at this moment. There are more leaders that are entering Anurag Thakur's residence. This was farmer leader Rakesh Tiket entering Anurag Thakur's residence. Remember Sakshi Malik, we had that exclusive conversation with her in the morning where we asked her if the CUP leaders and the farmer leaders are going to be present in this meeting. And now we can see movement here at Anurag Thakur's residence. Rakesh Tiket, of course, entering the residence of Anurag Thakur. Big developments here. We've seen Bajrang Punia's car going inside, and now this maroon color Endeavour, of course, Rakesh Tiket's car also entering Anurag Thakur's residence. So what Sakshi Malik had confirmed to us in the morning, that they are going to take decisions with consultation from the farmer leaders and the Khap Panchayat. This involvement of Tikets in this meeting, of course, shows that how much they are trusting the farmer leaders to help them with this decision, to help them in this consultation with the government as well. So very important developments happening at Sports Minister's residence in this moment, and of course a lot of commotion here at the Sports Minister's residence as well. And you know, there is of course a lot that is happening here at Sports Minister's residence. We've seen Bajrang Punia's car enter, and now Rakesh Tiket also enter here. So of course the meeting is going to take place today. We are waiting for Vinesh Fogart, Sakshi Malik as well to enter over here.
Karishma, keep talking to us, because we're going to stay non-stop on those pictures that are coming in right now. A lot of movement that is now taking place at Anurag Thakur's residence, and this is the second round of meetings that are now expected, but also now involving the farmer leaders. That has not happened before, is it, Karishma?
Well, yes, absolutely. Now, very importantly, remember, in the morning, wrestlers had put forth 4 demands for the Sports Minister. We had asked Sakshi Malik about the involvement of CUP leaders or farmer leaders, and now we are seeing Rakesh Tiket entering this particular residence of the Sports Minister. So it is a given that Rakesh Tiket is going to sit across the table from the Sports Minister alongside Bajrang Punia, Sakshi Malik, Vinesh Fogart, Bajrang, of course, entering, Rakesh Tiket also entering. So this becomes very interesting. That the wrestlers have asked farmer leaders to be a part of this meeting. Remember earlier Sakshi Malik categorically saying that they are not going to blindly accept whatever the ministry is going to offer to them. They are going to seek consultation with the farmer leaders, the CUP leaders, and only then are they going to decide whether they want to go ahead with what the sports ministry has to offer to them. So this becomes very important, this development that Rakesh Tiket has entered Anurag Thakur's residence today becomes very important, and this is going to be a very important decision that has been taken today.
So a lot of movement that is now taking place, barricades that have now been set up. There is an increased police presence as well, as we are looking one after the other. Maybe it is expected when it comes to the other protesting wrestlers who have now resumed their government duties, they may also make it a point to visit Anurag Thakur today. However, when it comes to the demands that have been kept forth, it remains to be seen if all of them would actually be accepted. But here it seems that to end the stalemate, Karishma, we are looking at one after the other, be it the meeting that happened with the Union Home Minister, and now we're looking at, the centre is open for talks and dialogues. This is a message which is going across.
Well, yes, absolutely. And it was Anurag Thakur who took the initiative, the sports minister, tweeting late at night at about 1:40 in the night and asking that the wrestlers should come meet him, willing to invite them, willing to speak to them, have a dialogue, have a conversation with them. And now we are seeing, of course, Bajrang Punia's car entering, Rakesh Tiket's car entering here at Anurag Thakur's residence. So, of course, the meeting is going to be underway. We are waiting for the women wrestlers also to come in here, because remember, the fight, Bajrang Punia also time and again has said that is not just about wrestling, but about the daughters of this country, that they should not be going, they should not have to go through what Vinesh or Sakshi or the other complainants have gone through at the hands of Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. So it is going to be very, very important that we see Sakshi Malik and Vinesh Fogart also being a part of this meeting, because the women wrestlers have led this fight, this protest against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. But for the moment, we can confirm Bajrang Punia's car, Rakesh Tiket's car is inside Sports Minister Anurag Thakur's residence, and we are expecting a lot of movement, a lot of developments from this particular area today.
How forthcoming has been the government really been, because on the kind of action that the protesting wrestlers wanted, it was on as far as the direction of the court that the Delhi police went on to file at least 2 of those FIRs. But still then, there has been several developments that have now taken place, especially when it comes to the minor statement being recorded once again. How do we understand that?
Well, yes, absolutely. We are given to understand that the minor girl has withdrawn her allegations of sexual harassment against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. But let's not forget, there are still 6 other complaints that the Delhi police is looking into, investigating into, that talk about sexual harassment versus Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. So obviously, the Delhi police is going to be investigating that matter. But this meeting becomes very, very important from that perspective, because the wrestlers have a set of demands.
So we are looking at a lot of car movement that happened outside the residence of the Union Minister Anurag Thakur. Karishma is reporting live from us right there. As far as Bajrang Punia entering, possibly it was him, as Karishma has been pointing out, and also Rakesh Tiket, the farmer leader. Now his entry here also becomes all the more interesting as far as lending their support to the farmer, to the wrestlers movement is concerned. But we'll also talk about, Karishma had a word with Sakshi Malik as well earlier in the day as far as the possibility of a meeting happening today with the Union Minister. How exactly will it go? Let's listen in.
दूसरा ये कि मतलब क्या बोलोगे मीटिंग में?
हमारी मांग तो सेम ही है, गिरफ्तार करो, जो बताया तो था सुबह। सही है, ओपन होगा सब, जो भी होगा पब्लिक को पता चलना चाहिए कि सरकार ने क्या रखा है, हमारी क्या मांग है। हम फैसला तभी लेंगे जब हम अपना जो आज गवर्नमेंट हमें देगी कि क्या क्या मानने वाली है, वो हम अपने जो खाप पंचायत जो है जुड़े हुए हैं हमारे साथ संगठन सारे, उनको पहले दिखाएंगे कि सरकार ने ये फैसला ये किया है और क्या हमें मानना चाहिए या नहीं मानना चाहिए। अगर हमें नहीं पसंद आया तो हम ही मना कर देंगे। जब उनकी तरफ से ये हो जाएगा ना, ठीक है, गवर्नमेंट ठीक दे रही है, तो ही एग्री होगा। दिखाएंगे कि सरकार ने ये फैसला ये किया है और क्या हमें मानना चाहिए या नहीं मानना चाहिए। अगर हमें नहीं पसंद आया तो हम ही मना कर देंगे। बाकी अगर हमें ठीक लगा और हम फिर बताएंगे, और जब उनकी तरफ से ये हो जाएगा ना, ठीक है, गवर्नमेंट ठीक दे रही है, तो ही एग्री होगा। यूँ नहीं है कि चुपचाप करके हम कुछ भी मान लेंगे या ले लेंगे।
तो आज की मीटिंग में ये खाप पंचायत या फार्मर लीडर्स भी होंगे साक्षी, तुम लोगों के तरफ से?
नहीं, हम सिर्फ जा रहे हैं, हम और कोशिश, लेकिन जो भी गवर्नमेंट अपनी तरफ से दिखाएगी या देगी, वो हम सब दिखाएंगे कि ये उन्होंने मांगने को बोला है।
अच्छा, तो
कि हम रेसलर्स और कोचेस लेके और बैठ जाएंगे।
अच्छा, और मतलब आप लोग चाह रहे हो कि जो मीटिंग हो वो मीडिया के सामने हो, पब्लिक के सामने आए?
हाँ, पब्लिक के सामने बिल्कुल आनी चाहिए कि सरकार ये बातें रख रही है, हम ये रख रहे हैं, क्योंकि जो समर्थक है उनके बीच में ये जा रहा है कि हम चुपचाप बातें कर रहे हैं सरकार से, जो कि गलत है, जो कि मतलब नहीं हम ऐसा कर रहे हैं। हम सब कुछ ओपन अप रखेंगे कि मीडिया को से लेके और आम पब्लिक से लेके और सभी संगठनों से लेके सबको पता चलना चाहिए कि सरकार क्या दे रही है और हमें क्या एक्शन।
अच्छा, और
अकेले फैसला नहीं लेंगे।
However, we listen into the other side of the spectrum as well. As far as Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh is concerned, we also had a word with him exactly what he has to say on today's meeting that we are told is now taking place at the residence of the Union Minister Anurag Thakur. Let's listen into that other side as well.
सर, अनुराग ठाकुर जी ने कल रात को ट्वीट किया और उन्होंने कहा कि एक बार फिर से वो रेसलर्स को बुलाएंगे मुलाकात करने के लिए और हर पहलू पर बातचीत करने के लिए तैयार है। किस तरीके से सर देखते हैं इस पूरी मुलाकात को और एक और पहल को?
नहीं, मेरा क्या, उससे कोई मेरा संबंध नहीं है। बुलाएंगे भी, रेसलर हैं, वो मंत्री हैं, मिल ही सकते हैं, क्या उसमें दिक्कत है?
सर, स्टेटस को रिपोर्ट का इंतजार करेंगे। 48 घंटों में बताया जा रहा है कि दिल्ली पुलिस सबमिट कर सकती है।
मैं तो इंतजार ही कर रहा हूँ।
हाँ जी,
मेरा कोई कमेंट नहीं है,
Right, Karishma, because we've heard from both sides. However, Sakshi Malik saying that there is a lot of hope in today's meeting, and Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh saying that it doesn't even matter to him as far as this meeting is taking place, because here is something that even when it comes to the possibility of a resolution at site, this is something it seems that the government on its own is taking that initiative to put an end to the protest.
Well, yes, absolutely. Remember, Anurag Thakur tweeted late last night at about 1:30 a.m. asking for the wrestlers to come and meet him. He said, I'm willing to speak to the wrestlers, have a dialogue, invited them. And now we have seen Bajrang Punia, Rakesh Tiket, of course, entering over here. Bajrang Punia's car, of course, had black windows, so we are unable to confirm who all were with him. But Rakesh Tiket entering is a big development, because this time around the wrestlers have made it clear that they want intervention of the farmer leaders. Because remember, it has been the farmer leaders who have dominated the wrestlers' protest. They have made important decisions on behalf of the wrestlers, and also decided how they are going to take this protest forward, and what decisions should the wrestlers take when it comes to meeting the sports ministry officials. And that is why we can see today Rakesh Tiket entering Anurag Thakur's residence today, Bajrang Punia's car entering Anurag Thakur's residence today. So the meeting is of course going to take place today at 22 Akbar Road, which is of course Anurag Thakur's residence, and this is going to be a very, very important meeting, Amita, because remember, in January, when the protesting wrestlers had met Anurag Thakur over a period of 2 protest, so the expectation, the hope is going to be the same, that some sort of truce can happen today in this meeting. Given that the farmer leaders are also involved in this now, there is of course going to be heavy mediation in this meeting between the sports ministry and the wrestlers as well, and we are expecting some sort of a solution to come out from this meeting. The demands are very, very clear of the wrestlers, and we've also said that demands 2 and 3, the sports ministry will have no problem, as they have already worked towards cleaning the sport of wrestling and conducting fair elections. But as far as arresting Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh is concerned, Sports Minister once again is going to try and assure them that the Delhi police is doing a fair investigation.
Well, that's the political aspect to that, Karishma. If you talk about the investigative bit, if you can also tell us, because on the other side, as far as the status report is also expected in the coming 48 hours on part of the Delhi police.
Well, yes, absolutely. That is what the Delhi police sources have confirmed, that the status report is going to be filed in the next 48 hours. So that becomes very, very important, and possibly this is also something that the sports minister and the ministry could be seen informing the wrestlers, that they should wait for what the status report has to say, which is going to be filed by the Delhi police. But more importantly, sports minister himself is going to assure them that the ministry is standing with them, and whatever demands they had in January were fulfilled, and whatever demands they have right now, of course, the government and the sports ministry are working towards fulfilling them, and that is why.
So will this stalemate end today? That seems as far as the likely possibility, because it's the matter that has now been opened up for discussion and debate. We're looking at a lot of movement that is also happening. Yes, Karishma, if you can quickly give us an update, who has entered the residence now?
Well, we are seeing a lot of supporters of the wrestlers entering here, and in fact these are some of the wrestlers or supporters who had been with the wrestlers at Jantar Mantar as well. We had in fact met Sakshi Malik as well, so we saw some of her supporters also entering here at Jantar Mantar, who have been helping her make decisions, helping her.
All right, so that meeting taking place at the residence of the Union Minister Anurag Thakur. We are looking at Bajrang Punia there, the farmer leader Rakesh Tikait, and more of those supporters of the protest on part of the wrestlers that have been taking place. They also reaching. We'll keep our eye out on the development that is taking place as we speak. Karishma reporting live. We'll come back to that story after a short break.